Town in a brand new book, My Unapologetic Diaries.
Sounds good, doesn't it? We are joined by the incredible Dame Joan Collins now. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on the show, Joan.
Well, I'm delighted to be speaking to you from thousands of miles away.
Yes, legend alert.
Absolutely, and I'm just already taken aback. You look absolutely beautiful, and your house incredible. You write in this new book about everything from real-life royalty to Hollywood legends. It covers from 1989 to 2006, and you didn't write these diaries, you recorded them on a dictaphone.
That's right. I recorded them every night. Well, I started the last day of Dynasty. I started when I was standing in my little dressing room, and believe me, when I say little, it was tiny. I started in my little dressing room, and I said, this is the last day of Dynasty. I've been here for 9 years. I've dressed, I've eaten, I've learned my lines, I've done fittings, I've done interviews, and now what's next? Well, what's next is going to be hello, Noel Coward, hello, the West End of London, and hello, the theatre, which is what I came into the business to do. So it started there, and it went on with all the things that went wrong in my life, but also a lot of the things that went right. And I spoke all of them at night or after various events into this little tiny dictaphone, very old-fashioned.
No, it's very effective too. What an amazing career you are having, ma'am. And as the title of the book says, these are unapologetic diaries. You pull no punches. Have any of your subjects been offended at all by anything you've said about them?
Well, there was one member of royalty who came back to me through another friend who said that they were very upset about being called the most boring member of the royal family. But what was hearsay? I was told that by somebody else. So I would just repeat everything. And it was what I felt at the time. For example, I know I wasn't very nice about Kevin Costner. I said, Kevin Costner was at this event. He was very good looking, but he's going a bit thin on top. Well, that's as you see somebody. It isn't made up. It's true. And perhaps I don't pull punches, but then people haven't pulled punches with me, so why not?
You certainly don't mince your words, that's for sure, do you?
When in doubt, tell the truth, huh?
You've met prime ministers and presidents. Who was your least favourite?
My least favourite? Well, that's hard to say. I think my least favourite, not at the time. I liked Tony Blair at the time when I met him. But of course what he did later on in his regime, I did not like. I'm very fond of Boris. He used to be my boss when I was writing for The Spectator. In fact, I have a piece about him in my Unapologetic Diaries, which is, met this man at this mad lunch. He's very full of himself, and he looks like he combs his hair with an egg beater.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, it's been 40 years, I can hardly believe that, since you took on one of your most iconic roles, Alexis Carrington Colby on Dynasty or Dynasty. You write in your diaries that you looked forward to the end of the show. It was a pretty good run. Why was that?
Well, because the producer, we had a new producer, and he hated it. He hated the show, and he was putting all these crazy things into it, like Linda, who played Crystal, was in hospital, and one of the little girls was stuck down a coal mine, and they couldn't get her out. And the stories were getting more and more bizarre. And besides, I really was ready to get back to the theatre. You know, it's what I always wanted to do from the time I was 14 or 15. And so I was very glad that it was arbitrary. They just said, you know, it's finishing. And I said, okay, fine, all right, I'll dash on back to Britain.
Dash on back to Britain.
No
well,
worries.
Joan, we could speak to you all day, but unfortunately we've run out of time. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. What time is it there?
It's 10:46.
Yeah.
In the morning.
Hang on.
Have a happy Christmas.
You too. Have a great Christmas, and it'd be a good Christmas gift too, I think. My Unapologetic Diaries is out now.
It sounds juicy.
It sure does. Stay with us. We're back in just a moment.